Hello children, in this video we have been asked to solve for this linear pair of equations. Solve for x and y, solve this linear pair of equations, that is we should find the values of x and y. Now we have seen a number of methods of solving pair of linear equations. First we saw how to go about it graphically, plotting points in a graph and finding the point of intersection. And we also saw in our previous videos how to do the substitution, substituting one variable for the other. We saw that very clearly. Now in this video, let us try to do another way of solving the same pair of linear equations. So in order to do the same, first let us arrange it properly. The red equation, everything is on one side, is on the left hand side. All your x coefficient, x term, y term and the constant term are in the left hand side. So let us rewrite it as the variables on, let me write by red, let me write this, the red equation as, let me write it in red. So 3x minus 5y is equal to 4. Now the constant is on the right hand side and the variable part is on the left hand side. And similarly the equation in green can be rewritten as 9x minus 2y, I got it by subtracting minus 2y to both sides of the equation. Let me show it. So I subtracted minus 2y this side and minus 2y both sides. So we ultimately got 9x minus 2y is equal to 7. Now for solving these two. So in substitution method, you remember the x variable we found it in terms of y or the y variable in terms of x and substituted in the other equation. Now in this video, we are going to learn the method of elimination. Elimination, that is we eliminate one variable totally. That is this two variable equation, we eliminate one variable totally and reduce it to a single variable equation so that we can solve as before. So let us now do it. Now if you notice the x coefficients, in the red equation the x coefficient is 3 and in your green the x coefficient is 9. So we find that 9 is a multiple of 3. So why can't we make the 3 also as 9? What I mean is multiply the whole thing, each term by 3. Multiply each term by 3. And what do we get? The red equation can now be written as 3 into 3 9x minus 5 3s 15y is equal to 4 into 3 12, right? And now let me rewrite the green also for perfect clarity. 9x minus 2y is equal to 7. Now, we have done everything to eliminate the x variable. Just that you subtract one from the other, we can eliminate the x variable. That is, if you just say 9 minus 9x minus 15y, the whole thing, that is the whole thing is to be subtracted from the other, right? Or I should say minus of 9x minus 2y, this is minus of 7. But can I do it? I am subtracting something from the left hand side and some other thing from the right hand side. Is it permissible? Just think about it. If you have an equation like this, if you have an equation like ax plus b is equal to c, are you allowed to subtract some abstract 5 from here and some 9 from here? No, it's totally wrong, isn't it? But why are we doing this? We are doing this because if you notice very carefully, the green equation, you have 9x minus 2y is equal to 7. So actually we are subtracting equally from both sides. This is very similar to subtracting minus d from both left hand side and the right hand side, which is perfectly right for us to do. We are not changing the equation in any way by doing it. So let's proceed now. What do we get? So if I multiply minus 9x, 9x minus 2y into by the minus sign, I get, I'll rewrite once again. Why should we So the first equation is 9x minus 15y is equal to 12. The second one becomes multiplying, it is distributive property, applying the distributive property, multiplying 9 by minus 1, you get minus 9x, minus into minus plus 2y is equal to minus 7. So you see that the x coefficient is totally eliminated, isn't it? We do not have 9 minus 9 is 0. So you just get 0x and you don't have to mention it. It's 0 into x is 0. And 15 minus 2 is minus 13y, because 15 is the greater value. So minus 13y is equal to 12 by minus 7, which is 5. So your value of y would be y is equal to 5 by 13 or minus 5 by 13. So we have found the value of y. Y is minus 5 by 13. Now we have to find the value of x. So let us use any of the equations to find the value of x. Maybe see, we have 9x on one side, so why don't we use this? Because now we know the value of this y. Why don't we use this, right? You can even substitute here, of course. So let me do it here. 9x is equal to 2y plus 7 is given to you. 9x is equal to 2y plus 7, or 9x is equal to 2 into your value of y minus 5 by 13, right, plus 7, which is equal to 2 into 5 is what? 10. So 9x is equal to minus 10 by 13 plus 7. Now still we cannot add both because the denominators are different. So 13 becomes your least common multiple. Sorry. So 9x is equal to minus 10 plus 7 into 13 by 13. What is 13 into 7? 7 3 is 21 to 91, right? So this is equal to minus 10 plus 91 by 13, or it's 81 by 13. 91 minus 10 is 81 by 13. All of this is 9x. It is not x. But we need the value of x. So x is equal to 81 by 13. Since it is 9x, x would be dividing by 9 on both sides. You get 13 by 9, right? 13 by 9. We are dividing by 9. See, if it is 9x, I am dividing 9 by 9 on both sides, the left hand side and the right hand side, which implies that 9 9s 81, right? Which implies that x is equal to 9 by 13. See, now we have got the values of both x and y. X is 9 by 13 and y is equal to minus 5 by 13. So you can check whether we've done it correctly by substituting in one of these equations, right? I think you can do it and find out whether it is right or not and let me know. Thank you. I hope you understood how to go about it.